Hello, and I am back on the beta server, doing you guys a little preview of all this lovely new stuff that's coming for the wireless switch update. Oh yes, so let's get stuck in. So, we got lots of new blocks here, and I'll explain them all. So we've got 4 basically activation switches in the form of pressure plates and switches. We've got 3 different types of receiver, different colours. We've got a negator, a dampener, an outline block and poison spikes. Now all these other old blocks you see down here are blocks which can be turned on and off with the wireless switch update stuff. So let's show you the new poison spike, which yes, is a one-hit kill. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a way to turn that on and off, wouldn't it? So let's do it! So first we're going to put a red receiver underneath where we're going to have it. Now you can have these receivers anywhere within a 2-block radius, so you could have it down here if you wanted, like another block lower. That would work, but we're just going to leave it up here for now. Right, so if we pop our spike on, and we'll grab a switch. So when you get the switch, you'll see this little pop up. Now this is where you get to choose which receivers this switch will activate. So we want it to activate the red switch, right? So if we run over it, you can see it's turned on, and we've turned it off. On, off, on, off. Pretty cool. Now we can do that also with the pressure plate. Off when we're off the pressure plate, and it's on when we're on it. And we can set up multiple, so we can have it set off 3 poison spikes if we wanted. Oops. Like so. So then if we go back and put our switch down, let's use a time switch now, show you how that works. So they're on, and then we turn it off and they will stay off. Oh sorry, I've not told it what to do, have I? So as you can see, they're all off and they're back on. You go over it, it's 5 seconds. 4, 5, there we go. Now we could do this with different colour receivers if we wanted, like so. So we'll pop a blue one under here. We'll put this green one here just to show you that this will also work. I need to turn these all on now because we want all of the receivers to be activated when we turn this switch on. So they're off. And then they're back on. Pretty cool. Right, let's put this under here. Right, so there's a few other things we can do. Like we could have, for example, let's pick up this. We could have pressure plates instead, right? And we could split them up. So we could have pressure plate here, here, and here. So you want this one to do blue, want this one to do green, you want this one to do red, right? So on, on, on. Pretty cool, right? And then, even better, I've got a guy who really likes pressing buttons and jumping on pressure plates. His name is Spud Buggy. Go get him! Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. It's so good. Go on. Go back. Oh, you're gonna bounce here. Now what would work better here, right, is if we had it the other way round, because we kind of want the Spud Buggy to actually lower the poison spikes. That would make more sense, right? So, we can do that. This is where the negator comes in handy. So basically, if you put a negator under your receiver, it will do the opposite of what you wanted it to do before. So, in fact, we'll just put it on the red and the blue one so you can see the difference. You see what I mean? So basically now, when we go on this pressure plate, it's going to turn it off. This one's normal, we've not touched this, so it's going to be off when we're off it, and on when we're on it. As you can see, on the last one, where we've got the negator underneath, it's going to turn it off. So you can already start to see the kind of cool stuff we can do with this, right? So like we could have a, you've got to open your mind a little wide here. Well, imagine we're on a parkour, yeah. Oh god, I'm too slow on that one. Come back, Mr. Smudbug. Oh, I think I got lucky there. This would probably be better with the time switches, actually. So yeah, you can do something like that. Have your spud buggies, activate them, or you can have a friend do it. Like I think we're going to be able to do some really good co-op adventure maps and parkours with this. Not only just because of a heavy pressure plate, but because of stuff like this, where a friend could be in another section and he has to activate stuff for you. Like if you've ever played Portal 2, the co-op campaign for that, that's the kind of thing I mean. Like where you've really got to like work together. So that's been the negator and the 3 different receivers and the pressure plates all explained. So let's move on to the dampener. So I'll show you how that works now. Just grab these. So the dampener, basically what the dampener does, really important that they added this, because it means we can do like really extravagant builds. So I bet you guys are thinking, oh well, this is cool and all, but we're stuck to 3 different switches, like pair realm. No, no, no. That's where the dampener comes in handy. Now this is going to basically mean that the switch has to be within 10 blocks, right? So let's put it on the blue and the green. So if we pop a pressure plate here, turn them all on, right? So they're all off, yeah? And they're all on. But if we have like the pressure plate back here, turn them all on, only one of these is going to come up now, and that's the red one, because it doesn't have the dampener down. So the dampener means that this switch you could use for other things. So you could have like, another part of your parkour or whatever with a thing over here, right, which this pressure plate would, work for, but it's not going to affect, sorry, bad demonstration using the same colour. There we go. So yeah, like you could have this pressure plate for this one, yeah, but it's not going to interfere with like say another obstacle or puzzle you've got like 10 blocks away. So yeah, really cool. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. So cool. There's a few other blocks. There's the outline block, which I think is just basically so you can do like sort of floaty platform kind of thing. So let's build this real quick. Right then, so I've got this set up. So this is my like outline block, which obviously I can't walk on. Imagine this is all lava and everything, or death below us. I'd need my button pushing friend to help me. So if I chuck my spud buggy here, there seems to be a little buggy for outline blocks. So you can turn me that on, turn me that on, and turn me that on. So yeah, you can see we can do so much with this, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be great. Oh, so cool, so cool. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Like I say, all these blocks can be, set off if you wanted. So let's just show you a bit of everything. So yeah, there's pretty much everything. As you can see, he's turned everything. Oh wait, oh, that's wrong. Yeah. So he's turned the acceler rings off. And he's turned them back on, along with the wind machine. He's turned the dungeon stuff on, and the mecha spikes, and the geyser. And now he's coming back to turn everything off. Oh, it's so good. So good. Right guys, I have done a little mini parkour just to like try out a few things. So this is my first little puzzle or trap. We need to turn the acceler ring on, obviously, to get up here. But we don't know which switch it is. Is it going to be that one or that one? So the idea here is, if you hit the wrong switch, you're going to turn on the wind machines and get blown off. So, spoiler, it's this one that turns them on. So yeah, you know, you can put some spider web here, you know, to make people get stuck there. And the actual one is here to turn the acceler ring on. But you'll notice I've got wind machines there which aren't actually functioning. Now the way I've done all this, you can sort of see the gubbins below me. So I've got this switch here and the green receivers and the dampeners here. I've pretty much got dampeners everywhere because you don't want switches getting, you know, controlled by other switches. So the idea is, basically I've got this side, which is the blue switch. So this blue switch is connected to these receivers, which turns on the wind machines for the trap side. So yeah, they're on at the moment. So yeah, this is a blue switch, and it's, when I switch it on, it's turning on these wind machines. Now, like I was saying over here, you're like, well, how are the wind machines not on? Well, basically, I've got the wind machines, obviously, they're set on a green switch, yeah? But I've got a switch down here. This switch down here is a green switch, and it's switched to always off. So they will never turn on. And how I've done that is by having that switch there, which is always on off for green, and then I've got dampeners, you know, so it doesn't interfere with stuff up here. Well, I thought that was a pretty cool way to do it. So yeah, the correct answer would be, and then obviously this is a red switch, so it's turning these this receiver on below the acceler ring to actually turn it on. Obviously you can see, the idea of this was to show you how it works, you know. Obviously you'd have this all covered up, but I thought that was a good way to sort of show my thought process. So yeah, it's that one. So we turn that on, and that turns on the acceler ring, which means we can go up here. Yay! And this is just simple. It's just a time switch on poison spikes. Again, I've got dampeners, so it doesn't interfere with my other stuff over here, or my acceler ring down here. So we just turn that, and then it will drop the spikes for me, which is lovely. Now they are time switches, but I think, I don't know, we're still on the beta server, because look, it's not going back, that switch. I don't know why. Or maybe it can only be on for a certain time. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. No, that's not turning off, is it? Oh well. Cosmic, have a look at that. And this, oh, I love this. So I've got my little spud buggy, who loves pressing switches, and he's going round and round, so he's going to turn them off now. So obviously over here I've got a red switch here to activate these first three things. Second switch is obviously a green switch to activate those next three. Then we've got blue receivers there and a blue switch there. So yeah, it'll go over. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Come on, come back. Awesome. And this last bit is kind of to show you what you could do for like co-op stuff. So I did kind of briefly mention it, how you would get, like, so you'd need 2 people to do this. You'd have one guy who stands here while the first guy runs through. And he'd run through, obviously, while it's not on fire. And then he'd hold this switch for his buddy to come through. So that's like one way you can do like really easy, you know, little co-op puzzles like that. So if you want to look at my gubbins, they're all green receivers. So obviously both of my pressure plates are green switches, as you can see, yes. Now underneath I've got dampeners again, so it doesn't interfere with stuff down there. And then I've also got negators, because if we had this normally, the fire machines would be off all the time and you'd actually go on it to turn them on. So I've got the negators, so it does it the opposite way. So when I tread on it, they turn off, rather than when I tread off of it, they turn off. And yeah, there we go. It's just a little mini parkour, just to show you some of the ideas I had, and yeah, maybe give you guys a little bit more idea of what we can build. Oh, it's going to be great. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, there is one last thing, the event block. Now, this is just like a guest book bumper, but for official events. It's the same, but it's going to have loads more spots. So, like, with the guest book bumper, you only have 100 spots, right? This will allow, I don't know how many it's got on, but it'll mean Space Peters can sleep through the night without worrying about his guest book bumpers getting filled up on official events. But yeah, that's everything, guys. I'll see you later, and thanks for watching. If you've got any questions or anything you want me to test out before the beta is over, let me know in the comments and I'll get to it. Bye.